This is really beautiful. We're on page 40 of In Quest of the Pearl. And this is a little autobiographical for Sid. Some of you may know that he had his experience after being at an encounter therapy group. And he and his wife realized that this is not very logical. So um, in this section of the book, he talks about how this couple in New York, that's the fantasy part of it, go to an encounter therapy group to unload, to be upfront and open and unload all of their upsets with one another. And the couple leaves knowing that this doesn't sound right. We're trying to get away from arguing and fighting. Why would we purposely argue and fight? Didn't sound very logical. So here's what the wife has to say. That evening, she and her husband walked out of a madhouse and returned to their home with sanity. To her, it was simplicity itself. The answer was love. And it was the lack of love that had created the misunderstandings and arguments in the first place. It was as if she was awakened from a nightmare. Her relief was overwhelming as she knew that her marriage was saved. That was the point that Sid had his awakening experience when he realized, actually, they were returning from this encounter group. This is what I recall was the story. And Sid said to somebody, oh my gosh, I just feel so insecure. And the man he was speaking to said, oh, Sid, there's no such thing as insecurity. You just think you're insecure. And that just like went straight to his heart. And that's when Sid just had this life-altering experience that has touched so many, 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 many lives and continues to ripple out through the world. As you can see, we're all changing in front of our own eyes as well as a result of seeing what's inside of us is priceless, is where we have to go. It's where the health is, the innate health is. We don't need anybody else to tell us right from wrong. We know that. And it's love that's inside of us. That's who we are. That's who and what we want to express in the world, because that's going to perpetuate more love and understanding. This is why it is necessary to break one's thought patterns and go beyond the ego consciousness to perceive anything of real, practical, lasting value. If people are arguing, that's being immersed in ego consciousness. Do you see that? Immersed in their personal thinking. Do you know something, Richard? One of the greatest discoveries you could realize is the mystical fact that the spiritual and the physical worlds are one. Only the form differs. This is what Mama Leela was trying to explain to you regarding form and formlessness. Form is the worldly, as I understand it, and please enter comments if you see it differently. But the way I understand what Sid was talking about, the oneness of life, that our separate realities are expressing formless spiritual energy in the world of form. And it's the three principles of mind, thought, and consciousness that are the bridge, like the conduit, bringing this formless energy into this formless world of form. And I kind of see it as, you know, yin and yang. Do you know that symbol where there's a black dot inside the white um, shape and the white dot inside the black shape? And from my understanding of the mystics who talked about the yin and yang creating the whole, that there is always darkness in the light and light in the darkness. And we have the capacity to choose in life. Do we want to go in the direction of darkness, or do we want to go in the direction of the light? And it's never more apparent than in the middle of an argument or bad feelings. The bad feelings alert us to the fact that we're headed in a direction that's not very good for us. And so we have the capacity to slow ourselves down so that we can point in a better direction. I mean, that's pretty remarkable that we are equipped with this capacity. So take a break for yourself and just let it marinate. Don't think about it. Okay.